Ooh.
Hello. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's darkness.
That was like so low.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
What happened? I can't see anything. Hello and welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau. But before we get into that, now, tonight's news. Also, Dick Butkus died.
I saw that.
R.I.P. For real.
R.I.P. I don't know who he is, but that's a legendary name.
It is a legendary name. It's the best name anybody's ever had, but he was a legend. So both. But best name ever. All right. In a surprise change of tune, the Biden administration has started building a wall in South Texas to keep out illegal immigrants. Also, President Biden grabbed his wife Jill by the pussy and then logged onto Twitter to call Rosie O'Donnell fat.
Nature enthusiasts in South Africa captured a video of a snake eating another snake, or as gay men call it, docking. Just look it up. Or don't look it up, actually.
No, Google it.
Don't look it up.
Google it.
Nancy Pelosi was evicted from the Capitol this week. As a native Californian, she immediately pitched a tent and claimed squatters' rights. Minutes later, Paul Pelosi invited a homeless man into that tent to pleasure him.
And welcome to Normal World. That I wanted to see how many gay sex Paul Pelosi jokes I could fit into the show this week. So far, we got 2.
Yeah, right off the top. That's pretty good.
It's just a good thing. I mean, not that he would ever do that. I mean, alleged paid a man to make love to him while hitting him with a hammer. Yeah. But welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau.
I'm Quarterback Garrett. And with us...
Hi, it's Angela. It's
Angela
me.
over there. That's when you go to the camera. There you go.
There we are.
Don't tell that woman how to do her job.
I don't want the camera on me. That's what I'm saying. I can put it over there.
And then from Detroit, my friend, Mike Wolters, the host of the Detroit Cast. Welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
Big fan.
Distant clap.
My pleasure to have you here. Did you come from Detroit or Winnie's Hole, which is the next thing we're going to talk about, which I guess...
Have you heard of Winnie's Hole?
The sequel to the Wonder Years.
A classic?
I remember the Wonder Years.
It makes Eeyore like, I guess I'll do it.
Yeah, it's almost exactly like that.
I suppose I'll put it in there, Winnie. Into your hole.
It'll make you feel better.
Oh.
Shows how Eeyore got depression.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's because he's always playing in that honey pot.
You had to think about hammers, too.
Pink eye. Yeah, that's true. And then Tigger.
Yeah, oh, and that's even... I'd amazed you said Tigger like that. That was...
I'm sorry, Tigger?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so...
that is our word. Retards. That's
I'm going to get in more trouble now for acknowledging that it's just a childhood cartoon that I grew up with who's a tiger.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lovely show.
I used to have a Tigger.
Did you?
Yeah, he's a little toy I carried around.
Did you call him Mott Tigger?
Yeah, he got...
Tigger, what's up?
He
over here, Tigger.
He got shot in front of my house.
Oh. So, he robbed all the honey.
Yeah. So, welcome to the show. I heard you had a good Uber ride.
Oh, yeah, wonderful one. My driver, I believe his name was Ebby.
Okay.
And
I hate him already, so go on.
No, he was great. He was, we got in the car and within 30 seconds, he's on his horn and he's just and I'm like, and then he just says, what is this fucking bitch looking for an invitation? And I'm like, I was like,
yeah.
And then he turns around immediately and says, excuse my language. I was like, it's not the language I'm concerned about. There's 3 cars in front of her. Where is she supposed to go? And then he says, he ends up a minute later telling me that, 9/11 was inside job. And I was like, well, yeah, duh.
Is that every Uber driver?
Yeah.
Like, that's every time I get an Uber, it goes right to that.
Yeah, he said that.
Suspicious.
And then he proceeds to tell me that, he says, Holocaust was fake. I was like, well, I do now.
Well, yeah.
Thanks, Abby.
How do you not agree at that point just for your own personal safety?
And to top it off,
trapped in a car.
Yeah, with a lunatic, and you're like, sure, yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I see you change right to be dropped off here in middle of road. Yeah, I forgot. Totally wrong about this.
Oops.
And then he proceeds to tell me he knows I'm coming to Blaze Studios.
Oh, that's good. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
It sounds like a guy who would strap a bomb to himself, so I'm really glad you informed him where we're at.
Right to the front door.
Yeah.
He says, do me a favor. You see Glenn Beck, you tell him I fucking destroy him in debate. I was like, oh, I will definitely do that.
I'm gonna arrange that.
And then to top the icing on the cake, I get out of the car. He's going to help me pull my bags out. He says, hold on, don't go nowhere. I've got video to show you. And he pulls out a video, and it's Jeffrey Epstein with a magnifying glass on the naked body of like an 18-year-old girl.
Okay.
And he's burning her.
Okay.
And she's popping out of her skin. I'm like, this is the craziest Uber driver I've ever met.
So like 4 stars? What'd you give?
I was gonna go
4 stars for sure. I'd highly recommend it. I mean, it was a colorful ride.
Yeah, no one should be like. I swear, half the ones I get in with, I'm just like, I will pay 3 times more for the luxury SUV because I know I'm not getting that. Because I've been in cars here where I've had the same thing where, like, the driver sneeze and I go, "Oh, God bless you," and he goes, "What God?" Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to.
That's the ride we're gonna.
I don't want to do this with you right now. I was just trying to be polite. He goes, "It's fine."
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to know because I don't believe in that. You don't have to say that to me. And I was like, it's just etiquette.
Yeah.
I was like, am I going to get punched in the face out of politeness?
Yeah, kindness.
And then,
it will get you punched nowadays.
They do have a lot have that voice. Where
Yes, like this. Yes.
Yes, and they
I drive you to place. Why can't you drive stuff? You lazy.
You guys know 2 Twin Towers. That was America, right? It was not people who sound like me.
No.
Yeah.
It was people who sound like you. Not me.
He was
Kind of
inside
Italian there.
It's nice.
Look, it's over there. It's those Europeans somewhere over there.
You get picked up by Mario. It's like 9/11 was an insider job. Huh? Hey.
Want to see a video of Jeffrey Epstein?
Yes, so look at him. I burn at the girl with the magnifying glass.
Numbers are overestimated. Oh.
It's a Wario burning a child with a glass.
6 million Jews on my ass.
The Holocaust wasn't the real. Hey. How many can you fit in the ashtray? Could you just drive, sir? Please. Please. All right.
Winnie's Hole.
Yes. Yes. That was my nickname in high school.
Yes. Well, they're making a video game about it. Apparently, it's where
Winnie's
you're like
buttery hole. Actually,
you're a virus tasked with fighting.
capturing cells.
Yeah.
You're a virus. They're the cells, and you're inside a Winnie. Look, let's just watch.
Yeah, you have to capture cells.
It's confusing.
Yeah, to overtake Winnie the Pooh.
When life seems not to go our way, am I a mess? Am I okay? We know that change comes from within. You are that change beneath the skin. You play a virus, spread disease, explore expanding piece by piece. Find cells to grow, survive, transform, adapt your host, perfect their form. More limbs and jaws, teeth and claws, locate more hosts, infect because
it's like a body horror thing.
Our only cause. This story is not what it was.
So it's Winnie the Pox?
Yeah. It's like The Thing, but with Winnie the Pooh.
What was that?
That was you become a virus. I think. You know more about gaming than me.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
No
It's
one
like
does.
you're some kind of alien virus thing, and you take over parts of its body, and you add on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
And they signed off on this?
Well, you see, you don't have to anymore because it's public domain.
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh is. Yeah.
That's why they got to make that horror movie where it was like blood and honey.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse is about to be in the public domain.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's going to hurt
It's like
Disney.
next year. Well, Disney's the reason that they actually extended it. It used to be like 45 years or something short. And then every time it hit that for Disney, they lobbied and extended it to like 120 years or something. I'm totally wrong on those
Happy
numbers.
birthday.
But, you know,
Wasn't
trust
Happy
me.
Birthday.
My great uncle wrote it.
It was.
Yeah, not
Every
not-
time
not
you
that long
sing that,
ago.
I get $4.
$4, is that what it is?
I'm very wealthy. I get residge.
Yeah.
Don't look into the Ice Cream Man song.
Oh,
did
I've
that.
done that.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Yeah, I have. That's a rabbit hole you don't want to go.
It is.
Wait.
Yeah.
What about like Heathcliff and Felix the cat?
Totally. I bet they would be.
Is Felix? Felix would be.
Yeah.
Felix.
What is that? Like 1903?
30s? I don't think 03, but yeah, 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not yet, but coming down the
Coming up.
pike.
What is it, 100 years?
You get your Felix the Cat movie going. Write those scripts now.
Yeah, because I've had it.
Wait,
It's
Garfield was originally published in 78.
Jim Davis was the.
Yeah.
That's Garfield. That's not Felix.
Oh, I know my Garfields.
Oh, Felix came before Garfield?
Oh my
way
Yeah,
before.
Felix was way.
Oh, well, I am.
Hey, why don't
Sorry,
you get
I'm
up to
very
date on
young.
your
I'm
Felix-
very, very young.
Felix the cat
1930s
was-
comic?
You're really just
Artistic.
slightly younger than me. Felix the cat.
No, I'm very young.
Very, very young.
Felix the cat was a black and white cat,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
and
Okay.
in the time of everything,
He was on the LSDs. The LSD tablets?
you could. I think. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm
We don't know
sure.
anything about
Everything
that.
was on LSD.
Yeah.
Well, up until not like new Marvel characters when I did it. That'd have been crazy.
Spider-Man, like
It's like Black Adam. It's The Rock, and you're like, this is weird. He's a wrestler right now.
did he sign off on this?
What an odd time.
Oh, he did. Wow, he's involved in everything.
Craziness. So, what do you think? 9/11. Whose fault?
Well, according to Ebby, George Bush, I guess.
Likely.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm leaning his way on this one.
This is why I brought you.
I never had that opinion before.
Okay, no, but once you meet an Uber driver, you're there. I'm just sad now because this is what we've done to Winnie the Pooh. Like, we're allowed to use him, and we turn him into something that's being taken over by a virus and a serial killer in a movie.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone and seen the original
you play
dolls?
Tetris inside of him.
Original, what is it?
The original Winnie the Pooh dolls.
Have I gone and seen him?
Yeah, some guy made them for his daughter just because they were in New York. They're at the library there.
Oh, they're like that's how they were invented.
Yes,
You're saying.
the
Or the
original
creator.
stuffed animals the creator made.
No, I'm a heterosexual male.
I was with a girlfriend at the time, and she wanted to tour the library, and I was like,
Why
oh,
was she
this-
6?
What was his name?
Were you holding a magnifying glass to her?
It's a new one I'm going to try for sure. The magnify. I didn't know that was a thing.
at the Winnie the Pooh doll real quick.
Wow.
It burns like ants.
Yeah, it was some creepy dude made him for his daughter like 100 years ago, and that's what it's based on.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Oh, wow. I never even knew that. I always just thought it was a fun animation. I didn't realize it was a guy
Yeah.
who was like, look, kid, sorry I did that stuff to you. Here's a bear.
Yeah, don't tell anyone on the bear.
No,
where
the
I
Germans are
touched you.
bombing us right now, but hug this teddy bear.
It's our no bear. All right, let's take it seriously, guys.
Yeah,
Portland, great city.
Portland.
Well, we have this tweet, actually. It's lovely. It says, Portland's Public Safety Commissioner issued a statement requesting residents not to call 911, except in the event of life and death emergencies and crimes in progress, due to the lines being flooded with reports of overdoses. So remember, if you're overdosing, that does not mean that your life is in danger at all.
Yeah, according to Portland, they have other things to do.
Yeah,
More important.
they're going to save the lives of anyone who's not a drug addict or having an issue of the sort. Maybe your kid got into some pills. Tough titties. So, all right.
Portland is just clown world central. Most of America is clown world, but Portland,
It's
like
the epicenter.
right there.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there?
The cream filling.
Crazy.
No, I've never been. And I don't think I'm interested in going
It
either.
has a crazy kind of like juxtaposition of beautiful scenic area, and then you look down, and then it's just like a war-torn hellhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like the whole coast there. They're all like that way.
Yes, I have a lot of family in San Francisco, so I'm there quite frequently.
yeah,
so I see it
You know.
all the time. You know what's funny though with the homeless encampments, and I guess they've cleaned a lot of this up, but you know that $5 billion monstrosity Apple World headquarters there?
Yeah.
It's when you look in front of it, it's crystal clear. There's nothing. As soon as their property line ends, it just like it goes for a mile. Just and all they decided was like, well, let's just put porta potties on either side of them. And I mean, they're like homes to them. There's like welcome mats, really shitty ones, and like broken kids' toys.
Imagine if it was nice.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, that's a sad. I mean, it's sad. It is, though.
You just have like homeless people going up to the Apple store asking for snacks, and they're like, "No."
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
Halloween.
They don't want anyone on that property. I tried to walk up there just on a nice walk one day, and security came out immediately.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So as much as they love the homeless and their progressive policies, not on their property.
No.
They all hate the homeless. They all hate everything. Like, they're like, oh, we give so much. We just don't want to actually touch them.
Yeah.
Or
Keep them
feed
over
them.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just we put a porta potty up. So you would stop defecating on our building.
On the street. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we'd
still
appreciate
do it. I don't know why.
You're gross people. you are our societal lessers.
Yes.
Would anybody like a free Apple Watch? Joking. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Look
It's
at this.
thousands
This
of
kid
dollars.
went for it. Come on. Why would I give it to you?
Not even just an apple.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't. No. Apples. You know what I do think is valuable though?
What is that?
Gold.
Oh, that would be correct.
That's right.
It never
Gold.
goes down.
No, gold never goes down.
Never?
No, unlike Paul Pelosi, gold does not go down. Concerned Americans are diversifying their assets into physical gold with the help of Birch Gold Group. If you want a physical asset held in a tax-sheltered retirement account, I know you do.
Man, I don't know what that means, but that sounds good.
Well, it means instead of just looking at some number, it means it's actually something you can hold and know is real. Kind of like the broken heart of somebody right outside the Apple store who can't afford to eat, but is looking at someone with a $3 million salary drive a Tesla over their kid's broken bike.
Yes.
That being said, and then that kid can hold that bike in his hand and cry, but not like you would cry tears of joy if it were gold. That's why you want to have Birch Gold. And if you want to learn more, grab that Apple phone that the thoughtless people made and they had little kids in China put together.
Digging out the cobalt.
Yes.
All the little
Yes.
stuff to make your phone.
Yes, a little tiny boy who was like, "Oh, it hurts," made your phone.
My fingers bleed, Daddy.
Yes,
Get back in there, son.
Sorry.
We need to eat.
Yes, this is what pays the bills, but not really. This is what lets us live in absolute poverty by hurting you your whole childhood. So go ahead and text normal to 989898, and Birch Gold is going to send you a free info kit. See how that it's free? Unlike the way that Apple gives people anything who are outside their stores, they're like, ew, gross. I'm not going to give you a free kit or a sample. They're going to give you
Getting info.
info right there. Birch Gold customer, you can have an IRA of Birch Gold. You can move over your 401k. You can do all kinds of things. It's Birch Gold. Go to it. And right now, if you use, again, text normal 989898, they will give you a free info kit on gold. Gold! I hear gold is in them hills. That's right, prospector.
It's raising up.
Yes.
I love gold.
Gold.
and silver.
And they have
No,
some
just
silver.
gold.
But
It's gold,
They
sorry.
have silver in the picture. So I would assume.
They used
They
to.
might have some silver up
They
under the
sold it.
tables they can get you.
They sold it.
Oh, dang it. That's why you got to get in now.
All right.
Kevin Spacey.
You're a big Kevin Spacey fan, and
Huge.
yeah, like you like his.
I met him when I was 14.
Did you really?
Oh.
Wouldn't that be a great
That
story?
explains a lot.
I'm a big fan, and I like his movies.
I love his movies.
He's a great actor. That's what
Swimming with
sucks about it.
Sharks.
It's
Is there
terrible.
anything better than Swimming with Sharks?
I was just telling him about this the other day.
Oh, seriously? You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it, no.
It's literally my favorite movie.
One of the best movies ever made. Yes.
It's
like an
unbelievable.
autobiography, that's what I've heard.
Yeah. Well, it's
Probably.
not of him,
Well, he's not playing himself.
but yeah, it's basically every agent in Hollywood at
Yeah.
that time. My friend worked for William Morris Endeavor, and it was spot on to every person. I knew
Seriously?
20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agents are different now. Like they actually. I mean, there's still a lot of them are just shit, but a lot of them.
Yeah.
Never had any personal experience with that, obviously. But if you go,
I feel like there's a story there, Dave.
there might be. I don't know what I can talk about anymore. But yeah, it's but that's a great movie because it is it's a good Hollywood tale because it's very real.
Yeah. Yeah. It seemed real.
But speaking of Hollywood tale, Kevin Spacey earlier this week, Kevin Spacey was rushed to the hospital in fear of a heart attack.
Oh,
What happened?
man.
His kid had pants on. He was like, "Oh, I didn't order it like this." Whoa!
Not yet. Stuart,
He's doing like a full-on
need
red.
to be
Fox.
ready.
Oh Lordy, take me now.
Can't breathe.
He must have been more shocked than anybody when the allegations came out against him and he thought he had the trump card, like, oh, by the way, I'm gay. And no one gave a shit.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
They were like, you still can't fuck with kids, dude. Sorry.
yeah, you can't go someone a pedo and the
you'd have
guy's like,
thought that.
"I've been living as a homosexual." They're like, "Yeah, that's great.
Great.
But these are children."
Hands off the kids, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
that
wood chipper
gay
boy.
card used to work. It really did used to work for a lot of people, but
Well, depending on what you did. I don't know if it ever worked for that, unless you talk about like the 1950s videos where they're like, "Look at this homosexual.
yeah, that's true.
He's gonna pick up this boy in the park."
Yeah, when it was a disease.
Yeah.
Mental illness.
And they had there was no difference between homosexual or pedophile. It was like,
It's the same thing.
yeah, I swear to God, there's old videos of it. And it's like, this is Larry. Larry's walking to school. He's being followed by someone. Uh-oh, it's a neighborhood homosexual. Now he's down fishing with a homosexual. And that's why they're going to find Larry's head. And that's why you don't talk to those guys.
Stay clear of the homosexuals.
Homosexual pedophile murderers. They're all the same. We just call them homosexuals now. The 1950s.
Pick up your smokes, kid.
I think that's a legit 1950 special, by the way.
It was.
Yeah.
No, it's literally a guy he just has a mustache and is gay.
And he's
talking to a kid, and they're calling him a homosexual.
Yeah, they're like, ooh, stay clear of him. He's a homosexual.
And then they played it in classrooms for children, and then you wonder why your dad hit you when you got your ears pierced.
Yeah, right.
Sounds very specific.
Son of mine.
Wait, did that happen to you too?
What? Yeah.
We all had ears pierced.
Yeah. Was your dad thrilled the first time you saw it?
My dad was not thrilled.
I never had my ears pierced. I was just trying to include myself.
You didn't?
In this gayness. No. I didn't.
Really? Left is right,
Anus?
right is wrong? None of
That's
it?
right. I was so confused. I didn't know what rights and lefts. So I just
You're
didn't.
scared to do the wrong one.
Yeah.
I just did them both. That really pleased my dad.
I did too. I had 6, and my dad was just like, "Oh boy."
You were one of the six kids?
He pulled them out. There was one left. He's like, "You can keep that one."
Are you serious? Because my dad yanked one out of my eyebrow.
Oh yeah,
I came home with an eyebrow one.
as he should have.
Yeah.
Well,
I get it now.
I get it now too.
Just like with the pinky.
Yeah. Literally.
Chris Farley and Airheads.
Yeah, my best.
Or in Punisher, the movie
Nipple
Punisher.
ring.
When he tortures Ben Foster and he pulls out all of his piercings.
Oh yeah,
Punisher.
Oh,
It's a great scene.
yeah, it is a good scene. Yeah, no parent was happy from our parents' generation. That was like, oh, good, you got a bunch of earrings.
Yeah.
That goes good with your D report card.
Wow, you got D's?
No,
guy.
I got a D minus though.
Yeah, me too. Once.
Yeah, well, the rest was failure city.
Yes.
Along
I won
with-
class skipper. So I had a lot of eyes for
That sounds like it could be a boating class.
right? I'm going to tell people that. Yeah. I was a boater.
Did you go to school on the docks?
I was a
Sailing
waterman.
school.
That's most likely to be a skipper, and it's just you.
You see, kids, he's a homosexual.
He's lost with a fella in an island with a bucket hat named Gilligan.
Docking means something completely different to this homosexual.
Seaman.
Yes, seaman.
Yes.
They both enjoy it. You mean hanging out with them? No, eating it.
Ingesting it.
Gross, gross people.
Guzzling it down.
That is why there's. Anyway, I don't want to go too far here.
Too late.
Ended up being fine.
Kevin Spacey.
He was able to
Yeah.
attend the festival and give his speech later that night. So, silver linings, he's okay. We're all good.
Okay, well, Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a separate story.
well,
Is that a separate?
it is.
Is it
but
connected?
It's not
I know they are
connected.
connected in a
well,
way.
in a way.
They
but
both
no, it's
may
different.
have visited an island.
They may have been on a list.
No, Tom
Yes.
Hanks is upset because of an AI generator was using his image and likeness and voice to do ads for companies that he didn't approve of.
Yeah, because what could you really do with Kevin Spacey that wouldn't be funnier than what he already did? You're going to make it say worse stuff? There's so many stories of him. Like, you've heard that story with Spacey where, like, he's reading a play with Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh, I was telling you about that.
Yeah.
So that's one of the stories. Richard Dreyfuss and his son were over at Kevin Spacey's house because Kevin Spacey was producing a play. So Richard Dreyfuss was reading. This is allegedly, I don't know how much of this is true. He's reading the play. And Kevin Spacey was on an opposite couch with his son. And he was like scooching over. And then he put his hand on his
On the
leg.
son's leg.
And then he
Yes.
was like
Yeah.
putting his arm all over him. Yeah. And then he, like, the whole time he was like, get away, get away. And then he just like kept aggressing and kept aggressing.
Allegedly.
And then there was the allegedly with him and Liam Neeson, who I think were either doing a play or a movie, and there's a younger kid having dinner with them. And yeah, I guess Kevin's like, you can come up to my room, a little bit later, we can go over some scenes, and then went to the bathroom, and Liam Neeson was like, don't go to his room. Just don't.
Allegedly he has skills.
Yes, and he'll use them.
He will use them on you.
Hey,
Is that piss going down my pants?
they will only pleasure one of you. The other one of you will feel great pain.
What a legend, though. Helping people out.
What if it turns out he's
Doesn't report anybody, but
he's completely innocent?
Kevin?
that would be sad.
That'd be
I kinda
kind of
doubt
funny. But if he was,
Yeah.
it's like, seriously?
Yeah.
It was just a gay guy.
He's like, I'm just gay.
Come on.
Tried to tell you.
I didn't fiddle with that dazed and confused boy.
So Tom Hanks is mad about an AI
Yeah,
generated.
and actually Gail King as
like
well.
an
That happened
ad?
to her too. Yeah, it's a dental ad.
Could we take a look at it?
Yeah.
Today we are launching an investment project.
From Elon Musk pitching an investment opportunity to Gail King promoting a weight loss product.
Follow the link right now and learn more about my secret.
It seems fake ads made with AI are everywhere. Even Tom Hanks has found himself an unwilling spokesperson, warning his Instagram followers, there's a video out there promoting some dental plan with an AI version of me. I have nothing to do with it.
You gotta be stupid if you're getting caught on that. I'm sorry.
Well, we actually
All of those look bad.
have his official statement, though.
Oh, okay. This will help.
Yeah.
This is Tom Hanks. When I'm not on Epstein's Island, I'm watching Normal World on YouTube and BlazeTV. I'm not a lizard person.
Yeah, so see right
How
there.
did you guys afford Tom Hanks?
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
No, he just did that.
Just because he liked the show.
Yeah, he just likes the show. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just
We
wanted
didn't
to do
pay
it.
for him at all.
You never know who's watching.
That was
It's so cool that we got 100% real Tom Hanks to do
yeah. It was
Incredible.
It was actually Tom Hanks.
Okay, what do you guys think about this for real? The whole deep fake thing.
Oh, I think we're.
'Cause I'm with Garrett. Like right now, you wouldn't buy that. You go,
Yeah.
okay, I see it. I see.
Yeah.
But 5 years from now, 10 years from now,
There is a percentage of people that are buying it right now, though. So
Right.
That's who they're going after. You know, when you get a cold call and they're like, hey, we're looking to up your mortgage. And then
Right.
some people out there, there's got to be a percentage. Are like,
Sure.
oh, really?
yeah,
Those are the people that are getting
Joe
caught by
Biden
these-
fans.
Yeah. They're getting
those
caught by
people.
these
Who
AIs.
would up a mortgage?
I don't know how
They're
mortgages
excited
work. I
about
don't
their
have one.
mortgage being raised.
Refinance.
That's how stupid they are. They're like,
Like, oh, wait, yes.
would you like to pay more for your house? And the guy's like, well, go on.
I'm listening.
This is Brendan Fraser.
You're saying what? Star of the whale.
Yes. Perhaps you saw it.
Yes.
I assume it looks a lot like you in person. How would you like to pay more for your house? I'd love to, Brendan Fraser. Yes, you would.
Look, I don't know how mortgages work, but I do know how AI works.
You have
okay?
a mortgage.
No, I don't.
Oh.
No, I'm a renter, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
low class.
Wow, I thought that was just quarter of you. You're a
Whole
100%
dollar.
You're 100% renter.
Yeah.
I'm finding myself going down the road that we are totally screwed in 5-10 years. That you won't have any idea what's what, who's who.
I think it's going to flip because people are going to be so discerning, they're just not going to believe anything.
Right.
Like,
well,
whatever.
I don't know if that does us any good though. But
think it does.
it's you know who it's going to be great for? People that are just like chronic cheaters on their spouse. Like you could show them video evidence, proof. Like here you are banging, so it's like yeah, deep fake.
Wasn't me.
No way.
Wasn't
was
me.
not me.
No,
That was
I didn't
AI.
kill that person. I didn't diddle that kid.
That's a
It's
good
deep fake.
This
Point
is a
about
VHS
like
tape from 10 years ago. Yeah. I don't know.
yeah, it's crazy.
They're getting really good with
The links that they go through these days trying to cancel somebody.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Evidence in court though, like what is that? What is going to happen with things like that?
Yeah.
You know, that's
Kyle
my
Rittenhouse.
question. Well, yeah, Lily and I were talking about that earlier, but it's
Yeah.
like at a certain point, like isn't it going to fuck all that up? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably not going to be able to use video evidence. It's just going to all have to be.
Witness
Well, then-
evidence,
but,
which
yeah,
is
what
also
other
really
evidence-
terrible.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right. Awful.
It's completely awful.
Historically.
I think we are.
I looked away
screwed.
from you right now. I don't even know what you look like.
Right.
No
Exactly.
idea.
Exactly.
And then
You
you
like glasses?
you look back. I don't even know if you're real. This whole thing could be.
Are you AI?
I might be.
I wandered into a class in college once. They brought this up. They were like, "This whole thing could be fake," and I was like, "What's going on?" And the guy drives Uber now.
Yeah. What's his name? Ebby?
Yes, it is. I think it's messed up. Like, okay, so last week, this is a different story. So anyway, I thought it was going to list off people who were deepfaked, but we already did that.
Tupac.
Tupac,
famously,
well,
he was a hologram.
Yeah, he was hologram.
Which is like the beginning of these
But
fake-
people are so stupid. They do
things.
pay tickets to see.
hologram Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roy Orbison was touring. I wouldn't want to see Roy Orbison when he was touring alive.
No.
And I don't mind some Roy Orbison songs, but it didn't seem like that was somebody who were like, gotta see that live. Oh, how's the show? He just sort of stands there with a guitar.
The hair and the sunglasses.
It's mesmerizing.
I would see the Traveling Wilburys with a holographic Roy Orbison.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, you'd need a holographic George Harrison,
and Tom
too.
Petty.
Go with it.
And Tom Petty. The whole band would be.
Watch that too.
Someone's going to hologram the
Petty?
Beatles once they finally
I'll watch a hologram Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
guess
If it was
that's
like,
true.
if they took, because that's what they did with Tupac, right? Wasn't it? They took one of his old performances and then made it hologram.
Be funny if the software for it went
that
down
what they
in a
did?
plane crash.
Like, well, the
On the way to the
concert had to be canceled. There was a helicopter crash.
Every single artist just keeps dying of how they died.
Oh, that's a new movie. We should write that movie.
Yeah. Courtney Love shoots AI Kurt Cobain. I mean, himself.
Would you go see a comic, though, that, like if I could go see Dave Landau every weekend at
You can.
wherever. Yeah, sure.
I'm around.
But it's like, for $5, I can go see hologram Dave Landau. What if the AI is writing your jokes and he's better than you? Would you care? Would you be like, oh, this guy's amazing?
I'd be very upset. No, I would be mad.
Yeah.
But I'd also be like, I do get paid, right? Like,
Yeah, what if you're getting paid, though?
like there's money involved.
Sure, I guess you could have fake Dave Landau's.
Like I'm at home and then AI Dave is out on the street, on the road, dealing with all this crap. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
He's younger,
terrible.
he's funnier, he's he's got that stamina. He can go on.
You guys
all
seem
night.
to have a lot of hope for this guy, right?
What about this show? They
know
hologram
what?
everybody here, a new guest every week, and
We need a backup plan.
yeah.
I don't think we do. We got to take over. We got to make sure AI doesn't win.
I think that ship sailed, brother.
We have to go back and kill Sarah Connor.
Yeah, maybe.
What if somebody just starts murdering Sarah Connors?
Going down the list.
And they're just like, dude, this is a movie. And you've killed like 11 people.
Yeah.
Like, he will not stop.
Yeah, none of them are even...
Not even
look at
close.
them.
They
They
don't
don't even resemble Linda Hamilton.
You know, it was a film, right? It was.
That one is 300 pounds. You tipped her off a scooter at Walmart. She broke her neck.
Not the same.
She's on the list. Her name's Sarah Connor.
She's got to go.
Gotta go.
Look, I'm trying to help you, officer. Do you want to be an AI? All right, you can go.
You are an AI.
This one's going rogue. It's killing Sarah's with an H. All right. It's S-A-R-A, Sarah Connor.
Yeah, you don't just start adding H's, pal. We said you can kill SARAs.
That's it. You're a program.
Yeah. Good Lord. Last week.
That man had rights.
Oh, yeah, that meant. Let's try it again. Ready? You got to say it.
Oh, wait, I'm saying it?
Yeah, you'd be like, you're a program.
Oh, you're a program.
What I'm saying is that man had rights.
Rights, damn it.
Yes.
I've never seen that movie.
Dirty Harry?
Yeah.
Watch it this weekend, especially because you're familiar
Seriously?
with San Francisco.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really good. I'm telling you.
You think it holds up?
Hell yeah.
That's from what, the early 70s?
71, dude.
Yeah.
71?
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best movies. I will stand by
all
so
time?
many old. Yeah, I will stand by so many old movies. I really do hate a lot of new movies.
Oh, all of them.
Every
They're
time I go
garbage.
back and start watching, like 2 months ago, I started putting on The Godfather. I'm like, I'll watch part of it, and then I realized you can't watch part of The Godfather.
No.
You just watch The Godfather.
And then you have to watch the second one.
Yep, that's true.
And then you stop.
You stop at the second one because the third one, you're like, is that
You stop, okay.
a helicopter?
I started with The Godfather 3, believe it or not.
Oh, so you just...
Not conventional. But
Well, I was young.
So your response was, well, this is better.
This is bullshit. Yeah.
Everyone
why
you
does everybody
saw-
like The Godfather? I don't get it.
I don't get it. This
sucks.
movie sucked. It was opening weekend. It was a Christmas in like the 90s or something. And I went with two buddies and was like, all right, Godfather 3, let's check it out. And it was like, this is the worst piece of shit ever.
Yeah.
And it took me 20 years before I ended up seeing the first one. And I love it now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You
number
want
3 was really bad.
seriously not a good movie, and I've gone back to try to forgive it, and halfway in every time I'm like, why? Why did you? I don't know how Francis Ford Coppola made so many great movies and then just stopped. He's like, hey, you know what? I've made enough good.
Did he direct the third one? Because I was under the assumption that he just didn't because it was so bad.
He did.
I never looked into it.
Yeah. He directed a lot of weird nonsense movies. Like one, I think it was called Twix with Val Kilmer. One was called, like, there's a bunch of nonsense he's made. But yeah, for a long time, he made the best movies. And then one day he was like, I just want to make wine. Have my Coppola wine.
What a loser.
Then Nicolas Cage came along and was like, I don't need your name.
Was Coppola in that same director's like Rat Pack group with George Lucas and Steven Spielberg? They all kind of had that same pattern. Steven Spielberg went further with having good movies, but then he also started dropping off and being very hit and miss.
Yes.
But George, not always the best movies that he made. And then Steven Spielberg and Coppola. Were there any other ones in there that are also shitty now? It's a weird pattern that they all kind of came together.
More. It's escaping me right now, but I think there is one more.
Well, not really. Like Kubrick always maintained, but I mean, I wouldn't say Eyes Wide Shut was the greatest thing he released before he died. There were a few in that era.
It always worked better when they were in the independent, outside of like out of Hollywood, because they were really like
The Godfather
guys, they're on their own. They're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And then they became the system and kind of like...
Well, The Godfather had a relatively, like, modest budget. It was fought for very hard to get made. Like, there's a whole show on it on Paramount that's great. And so it's like that was a difficult process to actually get that one out. And then you look at Robert Evans, who was the producer who put that in Love Story out, where they were like, you can't kill the lead actress. He's like, yes, you can. Watch me. And it worked. And it was a massive hit. And it was a guy who loved movies. If you've never seen A Kid Stays in the Picture or read the book, I highly recommend it.
I'm not.
It's outstanding. And it's a guy who also looks like Adam West and clearly is just a huge like Hollywood like scumbag / pervert / brilliant producer. I highly recommend it. It's a great nod to why 70s. Like every movie in the 60s was pretty good, I guess you could say. Like they started breaking.
They're fun.
Yeah, but then the 70s was all of a sudden this whole experimental, insane. Like even Dirty Harry in 1971, we're talking about the first scene where all you see is a scope, and then a woman gets shot in a pool. That wasn't common. That freaked out an audience. I mean, other than blaxploitation films at the time,
there's tons of stuff from the 70s. Like The Exorcist was a big departure,
William
and like
Friedkin, that's
crazy, terrifying, out of nowhere with a child. And then towards the end, you have Star Wars, which was a massive sci-fi kind of reinvention of the whole genre, and then everybody tried to copy them throughout the 80s. So yeah, the 70s were a crazy great time for film. And then we went into 80s where there was a ton of shit, but there were some super great gems. And they had a lot of great gems. I think that's the problem, is like now we don't have those pillars, like Back to the Future. Massive movies that people remember those.
Meatballs, Porky's.
No, legit. That sounds like a joke, but
I know.
Yes.
The Revenge of the Nerds.
It's still a good movie.
Legit. I love those movies. But there's a ton of shit. But they get thrown off to the side because these great movies are so great. People think about those. And now we just have the shit movies that people don't want to talk about.
I just don't want to watch any of it.
It's garbage.
Like everything that was new is why I ended up watching that, because I was like, oh, what am I going to watch that's brand new and just came out? And I'm like, this is all like I heard his review of Indiana Jones and I trusted his taste enough for me to never watch it.
Really, I almost watched it on the flight here.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to.
It is a waste of time.
Yeah.
Legit, not just in the fact that like if you like Indiana Jones, it kind of destroys his character. Disregard that. It's just a very bad movie.
They're all boring. I haven't seen a good one in honestly a few years that I've gone like, wow, that was just a really good movie. Yeah. I've done the same thing. I haven't gone back that far, but I'm looking for comedies. I'll go back and watch Wedding Crashers.
Dude, comedies it's a wasteland.
It's a wasteland. If you go back to 2011, 2012 and back. Hangover's great. I watched all three of them recently. Mm-hmm. But yeah, forget it.
I think people are scared to do comedies now,
which is bullshit. There's a huge audience for those.
Yeah.
Just ignore the noise. Just ignore them.
Todd Phillips, the director of Hangover, said, I can't make comedies.
Yeah.
I think he's wrong. I think he can, though. You know the support would be there. You just have to deal with the squeaky wheel who's going to whine and complain about everything. Fuck them.
It's also why Hangover 3 is not a comedy. When you really watch it, it's kind of this like weird like adventure movie gangster film with John.
Yeah.
Like the whole time I was watching it, I'm like, it's cinematically cool looking, but this isn't a comedy.
Yeah.
Like, then I
turned into something.
And I love Todd Phillips, but I mean, he's a guy who's always a risky filmmaker. He made that Frat House movie that was banned from HBO. There was a documentary. He made Hated, which was about Gigi Allen.
Okay.
Which was one of his student films. I mean, he's always been a very risky, and then, of course,
Joker.
Old School.
Went and made Joker.
Yeah, Joker.
This is not a comedy at all.
No. Like, he makes brilliant movies. But I think people are afraid, and I think you're right. And why? Because people say, too, they'll look at, like, the 90s ones, and they'll be like, they were all just sexist and bad. And it's like, no, Dumb and Dumber's brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Kingpin is one of the funniest movies ever made.
So
Anchorman.
Anchorman.
You could remake. You could do Anchorman
again.
again. Like there's nothing in Anchorman that anybody can like talk shit about now at all.
Yeah. And what's odd too about Anchorman is it's essentially about what's her name, the woman with the lisp
from. Are you talking about the actual like news?
Yeah, the news anchor.
I'm not aware of the reality
around on The View. Barbara Wolters.
Oh, is it really?
Well, essentially like the first female who was ever on the news. He's Mort Krim, you know that.
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
Yeah, like the Anchorman is Mort Krim or Bill Bonds.
Bill Bonds, the best ever.
See, that's a movie. A lot of people go like, I don't want woke stuff. I don't want feminism. I don't want all these leftist ideas and progressiveness. That movie is progressive.
Yeah, it's
because
about
it's about
sexism
in the workplace. And it's really freaking funny, and a lot of people can relate to the movie because they enjoy the funny aspect to it.
And Christina
Can we get back to that, please?
And Christina Applegate's funny without it being forced on you.
Yes.
She's just good at
really
going
funny.
back and forth with him and being genuinely funny with it. Like, the whole movie, the Sex Panther, when it just starts out
60% of the time
it works 100% every time. And then, it's...
Don't you think someone at some point will go, what do we have to lose? And just make one of those movies and put it out. And it'll be a huge success. And they'll be like, oh, I guess this wasn't that big of a problem. Yeah, some people whined and complained on Twitter or X, but who gives a shit?
It'll be like Joker. It'll be like where
bombing.
DC.
Yeah.
DC's over here making these multi-million-dollar superhero movies that are shit for 10 years straight. And they're like, Joker, Todd Phillip, sure, whatever. You can have a couple $1 million. And then they go focus back over here on these shit movies. And then that movie blows up because it's something that's not the same cape shit that everybody's getting. That's the typical stuff. It was made for nothing, so it makes so much money.
Yep.
And they're like, a second movie, let's make that. So maybe that'll happen. Just somebody will be able to sneak in the system and be like, hey, can I make a movie about something funny? They get money, and then it blows up. Or that outside of the system, some kind of independent era. We've talked about the Iron Age kind of idea of like Eric July going out and making comic books. What if somebody, I know it's a lot more to make a movie, but if you do that, you kind of grassroots build up a funding and make a movie, and that blows up. That would be great to have that kind of independent spirit come back.
What's the last movie you guys remember where you went, oh, that was great? For me, it's Deadpool. Like, as far as like a relatively recent movie that I was like, that was funny and it was great.
Sisu. Have you seen
No.
Sisu? It's basically John Wick, but in World War II, and he kills Nazis. It's rad. It's really good. But it's an action movie. Again, something that's super cheap.
Yeah.
It makes way more money because it's super cheap. And it's, people love action movies.
John Wick 4. Not that I thought it was outstanding,
John Wick
but
4
I liked it.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it was a great movie. It was fun. Like if a movie is exactly what it's supposed to be, like that's what I loved about John Wick, because action got kind of lame.
Yeah.
And then I rented it and I was watching it and I was like, this is a phenomenal movie. Like, this is what action should be. But also with comedy too, it went up where there was R-rated comedies that were hugely popular. I mean, when you look at like, Airplane was PG, but when you look at, Caddyshack, Porky's, you were just like, when Revenge of the Nerds failed was when they made part 2 at the beach and made it PG-13. Then they made part 3. Then they made 4, which was direct to Fox TV.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's like, that's where you fail, is when you don't take risks.
Yep.
Because the whole thing with comedies, it should be a risk, and then the rating should be whatever it happens to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be irreverent. But for years, they didn't make R-rated comedies. That's why even Kingpin, they pulled so much out of that movie to make it PG-13. Like, they wanted to make sure there weren't R-rated comedies, and they were like, all right, in this, a kid bangs a pie. The movie explodes in 1999.
Yeah. Yep.
And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, right, these are marketable.
And then they do the same thing where they degrade, or they like dilute that brand, where they go, it's American Pie, and it's awesome, and then they make American Pie 2, and it's like, yeah, it's okay. American Pie 3 is just all Stifler, and it's the worst movie. And then it goes to direct DVD trash.
Yeah.
For the next 10
Wasn't that
years.
based on a Michigan?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's parts 8, which is like literally in band camp.
Yeah.
With like their daughters.
That wasn't as horrible as I thought it was going to be.
But there was a lot of good movies around that era, like
Road Trip was fun.
Road Trip was fun.
Euro Trip. I love Euro Trip. That was the one I watched because it was on HBO.
Euro Trip was
he's in that movie.
We get a lot of Rob Schneider movies, The Animal, and
at the time, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
What was the one though? I'm blanking on it. It was actually decent. It was with oh man. There's like nobody in it.
Nobody.
Like, I can't even. It's like why am I blanking on the kid? He's from
premise. Give me what's the premise?
It's a bunch. Well, it Can't Hardly Wait. I got it.
There you go.
Can't Hardly Wait. Yeah, but name somebody besides like Jennifer Love Hewitt. Maybe I think's in it.
Oh man.
And then the Ethan guy maybe is his name, who was in Vegas Vacation when he played the Rusty. Yeah. And he was also in the new Batman, which I hated.
Wait, he was in the new Batman?
Yeah, he's in that.
Which Batman? The black and white one?
The Batman?
No, the
Zack
Batman.
Snyder?
No, the recent one with
Robert
from vampire
Pattinson.
stuff.
No, the one where he's a detective who can't figure out what a rat with wings is.
Ethan Embry.
Ethan Embry, thank you. I was right with Ethan.
There you go,
Yeah.
Ethan.
Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we were talking about action movies. There's a great action movie that possibly could be great. I don't know.
I think we should check out the trailer. I know
Silent
we're
Night.
a little over, but
I want to watch it since we kind of got on the movie topics.
Yeah, let's watch the trailer.
Watch it.
let's do it.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
All units, please respond.
That looks great.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. It really
John
does.
Woo, come on.
I want his
I can't believe he's
face
remaking
off.
Jingle All the Way. And they're going so violent with it.
I know.
He's going to get that freaking toy.
Seth Green was in Can't Hardly Wait. I didn't look up. But anyway.
Oh,
And Jason
different
Segel was
redhead.
the watermelon guy.
That's right.
Different redhead.
But no, that actually, I think that looks awesome.
Doesn't it look red?
I can't wait to see it. That's what I like is the way, when those do come down the pike, like they don't care what people think.
Yeah, they just throw it out there.
The comedy has to be that. And I would like to, I have not seen a comedy in a very long time. Now, I haven't seen Bert's movie, The Machine. I probably should because I know him. So I'll check it out.
It's
But
great.
Is it?
I loved it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
We had a lot of fun watching it.
So yeah, maybe that's a little slightly irreverent.
I love Bert.
Maybe it's just like marketing. We got a marketing problem where they're just not putting it in front of you. There's so many other things to watch, and they're just not getting it in front of you.
Yeah,
like that. Like I didn't.
Well, that
even
was
know
pretty
was
hidden. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they're not gonna like that. Should have probably been pushed more mainstream because they're like, oh, it kind of bombed because it made like 10 million back, and then it went out onto Amazon. Then I think it did just perfectly fine.
Oh well,
you know. So and also a lot of people aren't going to rush to the theater to see a comedy like they used to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of they want the grand.
The big spectacle. They want all the Avengers showing up in a fucking.
You know what's doing way better lately?
I'm so done.
Like horror movies.
Oh, horror movies have always been marketable.
Well, and you know, like people still go to the theater to see those, and they're making them more cinematic and like Oscar worthy. Like the things that Ari Aster is doing as a director, or I don't know if you guys have seen. Yeah, they're making them really good now. They used to be kind of cheesy.
Black Phone was good. Really good. Yeah,
that was all right.
It was yeah. I thought it was better than all right.
You can love it.
No,
it was better than all
love it, but I thought it was good.
I think that he's a great actor, and I think that the director's very good. I expected a little more. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it was all right. Yeah, it was like the new Insidious. I watched. I was like, it's all right.
I'm out on the Insidiouses.
And yeah,
Insidious I
like the first two, and then I was like, I don't care. And then this one, you're like, are you a different guy now? Like, why are you different people?
Yeah, all of the what's that guy's name?
James Wan.
No, the actor that's in all of James Wan's movies.
Oh, Patrick Wilson.
Patrick Wilson. Yeah, I can't tell which movie it is. I'm like, is this? I'm following the same character? Or is it just the same guy?
It can't be because in the first one he's in the 70s, and then this one it's now.
It's true.
They're different movies, right?
I thought,
and it's
The Conjuring.
That's what I'm saying. Is The Conjuring and Insidious
I'm sorry,
different movies?
that is a different movie. That's The Conjuring.
Yeah.
That's where he plays one of those like paranormal detectives.
Yeah. And then
which is a real true story.
Yeah,
I mean, which is a real true story about fake stuff.
Yeah, and in this one, his kid's haunted by the what is it? The further
doorknob.
The red door thing.
Oh man, look at that door.
He's like, they stay in there and they have to live with their worst mistakes. And there's one kid like vomiting at a frat, and I'm like, that's his worst mistake.
Hey, that dude's doing pretty good.
Like how is that the worst mistake this kid ever made? And he's doomed to live in like this between hell place for getting sick drinking at a frat. I'm like, where am I going?
Yeah, we're in real trouble.
Is this a 60s era PSA?
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It's better than being a homosexual.
That's right. He'll follow you into that room and watch you vomit. Because he put something in your drink. He's a homosexual in the 1950s.
That man
Watch
had
out.
rights.
This show brought to you by homosexuals in the 50s.
Yes. They have thin mustaches.
And they're coming for you too.
Yeah. Like they look like John Waters.
Oh, thank you.
I like John Waters. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree.
He's a freak.
Always enjoyed John
It's
Waters.
great.
Some people like him, some people don't.
Yeah, it's
I don't
acquired taste.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
Gets my approval.
Like I enjoy him. Well, we do have to leave here. Unfortunately, we have lives. But this weekend, you can see Derek Richards and myself Friday at the Lexington Village Theater in Lexington, Michigan, and Saturday at the State Theater in Bay City, Michigan. And also, I'll be in the UK at the LSQ.
Boom.
Yeah, come out, buy tickets. And then also, I have upcoming dates at the Toledo Funny Bone. You can go to davelandau.com for all upcoming dates, because people are always like, where do I find you? And I'm like, you've been asking for so long. davelandau.com. Yeah. And I appreciate everyone who comes to shows. You really have no idea how much it means to me. I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate you viewers. I would open mouth kiss you if it wasn't for all the sores.
Yes. With
Your
tongue.
sores, not his.
With tongue. You can find me on Nerdrotic tomorrow. Look, Friday Night Tights. Tomorrow's Friday. That means it's going to be tomorrow. And if you haven't already looked over there, then I don't know why. I can't sell you on it. I can't sell you on it.
And Mike, my friend, where can we find you?
TDC Podcast. Radio41.com is the site. Radio41.com. TDC Podcast is the name of it. And yeah, come on. Dave's been on a bunch.
A ton of times.
It's always a good time. We'll have to get you on.
Oh, yeah. It's a sympathy invite. I like that.
No, absolutely. I'd love to have you on.
We'll go. We'll do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
And now we bring you to
my favorite part.
End of the world. What's the worst deepfake AI celebrity ad? And of course, feel free to write that in the comments. I'd love to see yours too. Garrett.
OJ marriage advice commercials.
I like it. Angela.
I'm going to go with Britney Spears' hibachi knives.
I like it. Well played.
She's pretty good.
She's great.
I'm going to go with Rachel Dolezal for Father's Day cards.
Wow.
That's
Thinker.
Man, that's a solid one. This now I feel like.
Pretty good. What are you going to do?
I was even do my best with this one then. I'm going to go with Charlie Sheen for Crisco.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
See you next Tuesday.
Good night.